let me tell you, I don't know why this was so finicky to get set up between everything I used. So it's my affiliate anniversary, apparently. Go me. Affiliate. And sure. I was gonna put Annie, short for Anakin, of course. Much like Anakin, there'll be a lot of fire involved. Let's see, what do we want? Howdy, Boodle, how you doing today? Which is right. Master Key. I do like me the Master Key. Ah, what the hey. Give them some flavor, of course. Look at that schnoz. Extra thick. beauty and grace. And you'll smell the bad guys coming. Mo, you can play Time Stranger. What's up?
The world was unfolding, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arched trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat, then cold, life, then death, and of course, light and dark.
Every left must have a right.
Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead.
It's pretty neato.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed.
Yes,
The dark
indeed.
side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
is looking a little blue, as intended. You don't start getting really wild colors with the skins until Dark Souls 2. Bonfire lit, yo. Look at him. Background shield. I'm just round. Wait, where's my pyromancy flying? How can I be a pyromancer without my pyromancy? Oh, here it is. Plung! Yes, indeed.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
Squee!
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Get it? Because it's ran by lords? Lord ran? Alright. Before I go off and do anything insane, I'm going to do some purchases and acquire the weapon which I plan on sticking with the entire game. I can do that too, but better. Howdy, Wazit. How you doing today? You going to work soon? You have your yam for tomorrow, made tonight. Fair enough. try humanity. Okay. Solka. That's what I think about you. That's what I think about you. Yeah. Purchase repair box.
Thank you, Khan.
And another quick run through will give me all the souls I need. And then we're going to kill the guy. Because that's what heroes do. Slurp. Yeah, we have enough souls. Let's go commit murder!
I hope you brought. Ah, thank you. Come back. You've gone mad, have you? I'll see you now, big rat. I know.
And the Gucci katana. Oh hey, we have a humanity. We don't have the stats to wield this thing. Let's see. I'm going to need 5 points into Dex and 2 more into Strength to be able to one-hand it at least. This item times 5. I'm gonna put points into Dex first, because we can at least two-hand it with the strength we currently have. And I do plan on eventually turning it into a Chaos Blade, so we will ultimately need 4 more points into Strength. After that, we can just pump everything into Dexterity and Vitality. And I guess attunement for extra spell slots. What is our attunement? 12. So we should have 2 slots? Right? Yeah, 2 attunement slots. Though we only start with Fireball. Slurp. Triple Flurp. There are no trophies in Nick's order for difficulty, and you just notice one of the little guys in Gigimon's house can change the difficulty, so... Ah, you're finally switching over to easy, aka the original difficulty, huh? Well, Jet, there's only... You only need to play on easy mode in that game because that's the actual difficulty. The only differences are that I somehow get stuck. Well, anyways, oh, you didn't know you could with this new game? Yeah. Don't... For anyone who doesn't know, Digimon World Next Order baits you into playing on difficulties that they added specifically for the Western release, because the original version of the game was deemed too easy in Japan, I guess. And how they managed to put an entire 2 new difficulties into the game was they simply had the stat growth for your Digimon in normal mode, and on hard mode they halved it again, so it's 1/4 stat gain, which makes it impossible to get certain Digimon because some rookie level Digimon require some astronomical stats, which of course you're supposed to gain well over time. So all you're doing is just making the game an excessively tedious grind, literally double to quadruple the grind time. Oh, we got out! I was afraid I was going to have to Dark Sign. And I'm pretty sure it is literally impossible on hard mode to get things like Lucamon, because you simply will never have the stat gain appropriate to do it. If it is possible, it's probably exceeding in the hundreds of hours of gameplay time to do it. So don't fall for the trap, don't play on normal mode, play on easy mode. That's the real intended difficulty the game is designed around. And thankfully, yes, there is the mercy that in GGmon's house there's the guy that can change the difficulty. Ton of chips as well. Chips? I like the healing stuff. Alright, we got it. Obligatory. Nice. Reverse Halloween. Let's hydrate. Alright. 2 more levels until I can wield my Gucci katana. Stat chips. Fatty.
I read what I can, no? Uh-oh, I have to self-order. Very well.
I'm doing this just to get the Way of White. I was thinking of just killing him now, but nah. His stats a bit in these, yeah. Country bones, take me home to the place I belong. And cracked red-eye orbs. So we can do some innovations if we so decide. I do not have a plan set in place for what I want my guy to ultimately be wearing, so we'll go with whatever I feel like as we go. I should check. Am I punching into the level? 724. suckle upon some gamer girl hands. Slurp. Go Yoshikage Kira mode. The guys ahead. Double kill. But no subsequent fingers to suckle upon. Tragic. This is what we came here for. These bones, since we're still pretty stacked for the time being. I may as well hop into Blight Town and get that one as well. Not to be confused with TikTok. Ow. Jerk. Don't you know that's rude? Supposed to let me hit you. I don't think we do enough damage to really warrant trying to kill these guys. So, off we go! Redundant key. Oh, I feel so dang weak. A bug. I didn't even kill the bug in one hit. Manlet strength. Lock on betrayed me. Oh well. People who put messages in front of interactables are assholes, and I wish nothing but the worst for them. See if I can shriek these guys with some fireballs. Fireball, motherfucker! It's not doing an impressive level of damage. So let's just move on. If I can't kill you, gravity will. Revenge! Holy schmoly, I got the womboed. Look at those guys hitting you with toxic on first hit. Let's see, what's my resistance? 12. Must be my gear. Yeah, it has huge poison resist. Pull the lever or whatever, right now, right now. Okay, so let's Zorch the guy with our fireballs. Hopefully that'll do enough to reasonably kill him. These enemies do, thankfully, disappear forever after they die. So we only need to deal with them once. Oh, bitch. Are you kidding me? This hecker followed me all the way down here? You. I'm going to die, so I'm going to peace out. Level up Dex 2 more times. Bow. We can use the Gucci Katana. Ain't that special? What's our vitality at? 10. Weak. Back to Bliggett Town. Once we get to 16 strength, we're going to put at least 5 points, possibly 10, into vitality. Then we'll put more into dexterity again. And once we have Laurentius available to us, we will be putting some points into attunement, just simply to increase our ammo supply, essentially. Now, the magic system with this game, I'm not the biggest fan of it, the limited spell charges, but one thing I do appreciate is that it gives a reason to collect more copies of a spell. So, it's like, sure, like every single spell trainer in the game gives you Soul Arrow, but that's essentially allowing you to equip an extra... Damage on this thing is already significantly better. Anyways, essentially, if I equip 2 Fireball Scrolls, I'm going to have 16 ammo, which makes attunement slots pretty useful. Though there is a strange thing with it where it caps at 50. For some reason they allow you to keep putting points into it beyond 50, but you don't get any more slots after 50. Like, not even at 99, which I find very weird. Oh my goodness, bro. What? Where'd he go? I guess the other guy fell out of the world or something. I'll take it. Okay. Now that we got the poison dart frogs out of there, now we don't have the two-hand. Don't we have any souls we can chomp? One strength and some vitality. Once we get the Firekeeper soul we're going after, and I level up my flask again, we'll be continuing along the intended path. We are much too weak to do Blighttown right now. So we need to get Laurentius so we can get more spicy beans. Yeah, I just felt like playing some Dark Souls today. Doing pyromancy. Pyromancy is unique in this game in that it requires no stats to use at all. Well, besides a tube, I guess, just to have slots. But even then, I suppose if you really want to be an asshole about it, you can overcome even that with the Seance rings. Each one adds an extra attunement slot. So anyways, that's why this allows us to focus on dexterity, which is something fairly unspoken in like all of the Souls games. I think starting with this one is that dexterity affects cast speed. And it's easy to not know that because the games don't really do a great job of telling you. Let's see if it even explains here. Right, dexterity. Yeah, it doesn't even tell you. But from what I remember in this game specifically, cast speed is only affected from dexterity levels of 30 to 45. There are no improvements, or virtually no improvement, in any other level. I don't know what people call these, but I call them hot dogs. For obvious reasons. I wonder how much will a fireball do if I can throw it? Not much. That's a spicy meatball! No! My dad. Absolute tragic. Can we get an F in chat? Just one. If there are two, I'm banning you all. Nomlik. Although this is a bit more blue than he was, I knew a guy in college that was nicknamed Blue. He had that thing where it's like your head doesn't get enough blood in it, so your lips appear purplish blue. This skin is always pale. Yeah. Everyone just calls him Blue. That's the name he went by. Can I strap down here? Yes. Yes, I can. Is there a dog following me? I'm just hearing clicking. And then turning around, I guess. I don't know how that hit, but we take those. Get my souls back at least. Now, don't think that once we have 45 dexterity, my spells are going to be flying out like a machine gun or anything. It's just, as it is with Dark Souls, a little noticeably faster, just a little bit. Like, instead of taking a half second to cast, it takes like 0.3 seconds. Just a hair faster, but it's nothing to write home about. And I think I've said this before on a previous time I streamed Dark Souls 1. Several eons ago. But Dark Souls isn't really that hard a game, and you may think that's funny considering how much I'm dying, but you gotta understand I'm in an area you're not supposed to be in for a good while. I just wanted to get a specific item just do what I do best. Screw around. Slurp. No. Slurp. No, my flurp! Like, these games aren't balls to the wall hard. And people who are like, oh, Dark Souls needs an easy mode, and it's like, no, they really don't. Not only is that antithetical to the design, because the strenuous situations are supposed to make the player, you know, feel better about themselves when they overcome a challenge. That's like the main course. But even then, it's not like the challenges are so difficult that some casual dad on his weekends can't proceed through the game because it requires an astute level of observation and practice. I can't spend 100 hours a day practicing this, but that's not really how things go. Like, the games, if you only use like one thing, you refuse to get help when it's available. You refuse to interact with mechanics, like people being like, oh, only noobs use summons in Elden Ring and the spirit calling bells, and they're just like, no, dude, those are there because they're intended mechanics for people to use. And you can't, like, there's this, I remember a friend of mine was going nuts because he was watching a guy play through the Elden Ring DLC, and it's like, he keeps bitching about it being so incredibly hard, despite the fact the guy is refusing to use anything given to him, which is, you know, supposed to circumvent the things. You gotta use what the game gives you. They don't expect players to use a weapon the whole game. They expect players to try different things. Rich. But yeah, there's... How the hell did you get over here? See if I can't see you. I'm doing the world's best job of aiming. There we go. Pull one at a time. See, you don't have to do a whole bunch of crazy dodge rolls, at least in Dark Souls 1. In later Souls games, they get a little crazy with the attacks and requires dodge rolls more often. Not a strict requirement, though, especially in Elden Ring, when they added the guard counter mechanic, which makes playing shields in that game so fun, actually. Like, no joke. one of my favorite playthroughs was just the Giga Sword and Board build, where I just went all in on strength. That was by and far one of my most favorite playthroughs. Anyway. All that basically saying, this game isn't really as hard as people make it out to be. It's challenging, yes, but it's not impossible. The game rewards observation, learning your weapons movesets, trying different things. And you are generally given a pretty wide range of options. Like, the game forks constantly into different paths, so that if you're having difficulty with one path, you can go down another. Maybe you'll find some item that will help you power up your weapons better. Maybe you'll find a new toy to play with. Or maybe simply you'll just get more levels and get stronger. It's really not that big a deal. And that's also one of the things I love about the series in general, is that the games don't hold your hand. They treat you like an adult who's capable of learning. And it's not to say these games are perfect or anything. They of course have their blemishes. Like with Elden Ring, in my opinion, that quest system... The quest system in the Souls games works well with Dark Souls 1 because you're generally going to bump into people along the way. But with Elden Ring, they tried to do that again, but, you know, you have a titanic world which to explore, and you can just easily miss guys and go past the point of no return with various quests. Like, I don't think I have ever completed Diavalos' quest in any of my innumerable runs of Elden Ring. And like, at the end of the day, I suppose it's fine, but they don't really bottleneck you quite right in that game to do quests. So I remember getting frustrated my first time playing through. I was just like, oh, so because I went and did this, I can no longer meet the snake waifu. Okay. And just kind of being bummed out by that. Much better damage numbers being taken. I no longer feel anywhere near as squishy as I did earlier. And also we have a +2 Estus, which is what we're going to be having for quite a while. Shot out of the sky! Oh! Legendary. I'm clipping that. So yeah, it's like a lot of people that bitch about difficulty in the games are doing self-imposed challenges half the time, and the other half the time have no right to be playing the games in the first place. Not sorry for saying that at all. Like, people need to realize it's okay when something is not for you. Huh. I did not know the Estus restoration mechanic was back in this game. I know it's in Dark Souls 3, as I've recounted in a tale before about how I thought I was losing my mind when I would suddenly find myself with an Estus charge. I don't think I ever noticed that in this game. The mo you know! Wonder if you can have more than 20 charges. Oh, wait! I think wait, no. I was like, oh, I think it's because someone praised the message of mine. No, I haven't put any messages. So yeah, the random Estus restoration mechanic is in this game too. It's funny because until Elden Ring, they never announce it in the game that that even happens. In Elden Ring, they finally tell players, it's like, hey, you're not going and saying, yes, you do get Estus back. Oh, anyway. I'm not allowed to invade here. Tragic. I was going to see if I couldn't do a quick invasion to stop a poor noob. Mostly because I just wanted to get a humanity. You'll get one from killing enemies. I think that's enough vitality for now. We'll start putting into decks. Just want to see what this moveset's like one-handed. That's a good long thrust. See, we got a humanity. Halloween. And if we get another one, we'll kindle the fire. That's another thing to know with the games. I mentioned it earlier, but learn your weapons' movesets. It isn't simply just R2 and R1. It's also, like, what your stance is. There's also jump attacks, dashing attacks. Let's see, does this one have a feint? Yes, it does. And in case you're wondering, I haven't played with katanas in DS1 before, which is why I'm doing it. Black Firebomb. La 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 bamba. Oh, sir, that is rude. How dare? Pine resin. No. Ooh, a tit. I do like me some tits. I don't remember what the ratio in DS2 is, as I've not played that game in a hot minute, and I don't have it on PC, so I haven't, haven't had a reason to stream it. But in DS1, it's different compared to how they do it in the likes of DS3 and Elden Ring, where in those games, it's a hard 6 stones of a particular tier plus the 1 ultimate stone for the tier. Well, for the weapon. And that's the way it has been. I think that's actually been since Bloodborne. It's been a while since I played Bloodborne as well. Just because I don't play on my PlayStation too often. In this game, however, it is, if I remember right, you need 9 Titanite shards, 10 large shards, and I think 8 chunks in order to get a weapon, well, and also the slab, of course, in order to max the weapon out. And it's a little different for armor. I don't remember what the numbers are for armor. It's less than a weapon, though. from what I recall. Though it still requires a chunk in the end. Well, not chunk, a slab. Fuck it, let's take him on. Come at me, bro. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries. Dang it. Oh! Couldn't get away. Something's got to give. Oh, pings. Holy shison. Un momento. It's a silly little goof, is all. Bitch. Bitch. Lamau. Alright. Get the helm splitter. Start. by fire. What a troll. For those who don't know, Black Knights are highly resilient to fire. Just because I could. Alright. In a better arena. I will give you the stabberoo. Slip. Ow. Phew. It's over, Anakin. I have the low ground. Level up. Dexterity. other humanity. Where the hell did you come from? Just to make sure I don't get ganked. Kill all who foolishly enter my vision. You know, one thing I kind of wish they would have brought back. There's actually a few things I really wish they would have brought back with Elden Ring. One was Covenants. Because I feel like they were planning to, but didn't have time to implement them. Because, like, it sounds like the Bloody Fingers is going to be like that game's versions of Dark Wraiths, and Recusants would have been like the Mad Phantoms, where sometimes they're allies and sometimes they're foes. But ultimately, they do nothing but change what color you are when you invade. Another thing I kind of wish they brought back would be different upgrade materials. Just simply because it would have made the world feel... I'm not going to take you down here. How do I put this? There would be more inclination to explore, is basically what I'm saying. I mean, there's already plenty of inclination of, like, getting various treasures and trinkets. Lisa Jean, thank you for the happy affiliate. Welcome on in. How art thou? But yeah, like having the various upgrade types of materials and have them locked to like certain things would have been interesting. Like, you should visit frenzy stuff to get stuff to upgrade frenzy weapons, of which there are like very few, but still. I don't know how I managed that. You cannot come in here for some reason. So that is a safe place. It's probably to prevent him from accidentally aggroing a player just chilling at the fire. But it also makes this a pretty safe spot. You can cheese him. Curses! Foiled again! See if we can't kick him off a cliff. We don't always get the opportunity to just outright cheese one of these guys, so may as well do it now. How are we going to do it, though? Be a bit tough. Need to, like, dodge them on the edge of the cliff to bait them into attack, slink behind them, and then quickly dispose of them. We don't have to kill this guy, though. It's not that hard to dodge. Oh my goodness! Golden opportunity! I'm the best around! And it just gives the item right into our pocket. Not too many enemies do that. Like the invaders, specifically, that I'm thinking of. But I guess enemies in general. Reverse Halloween. Now, why did we come down here? I don't remember. Well, while we're over this way, may as well go visit Andre. Upgrade our Gucci Katana. Board for fun, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Now, foul creature, die. Yes! Who doesn't love some chunky tits? And this is why the Master Key is so great. because it opens up the world even more than it even normally does. I unfortunately will need to be killing all of these Cretans that I can manage to do, because the Demon Titanite will be required for us to upgrade our Chaos Void. Katana. So how many of these can we get? 6? No, we don't really need to buy a whole ton of these.
We'll get you some night.
At least not yet. Let's see. 1883, so 1900 souls. And that is a level. But our souls shall be going into equipment for a little bit. And I'll be honest, I don't remember where in this general area is the basement key. I think it's in that little watchtower with all the hollows. Ding, ding, ding. Every time you hear that bell go off, that means a player on the server has rung the bell, by the way. It's pretty neat. Bleed proc for the win. Firekeeper soul, let's go cash that in. No. Soul of the Last Undead. What's up there? The ledge with the crow. The hole in the bottom of the sea. Alright. +3 Estus Flask. If I remember right, +8 is the... What? We haven't even killed any bosses yet! Anyway, that certainly threw me for a loop. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, Estus flasks in this game max is +8 if I remember right. Though I don't recall if it's possible to hit max on NG. But you definitely can in NG plus. Because you need a minimum of one Firekeeper alive in order to cash their soul in. What is this? Messenger? Go away. Bitch. There's a lot of people around here. Say, mama so, mama kuso. Mama say, mama so, mama kuso. I'll flow your mojo. No trident. Tragic. Your life is forfeit. Perish. Sending you to Detroit. You little fucker. It's not in there. That's right, he doesn't deserve the title of hacker. He is a fucker. How dare! I honestly don't really know what the real triggers for that to occur. But from my repeated playthroughs, it has something with going down to Blighttown. But I don't know what exactly. Maybe it's going to Darkroot Garden? need 5 more shards in total.
Get yourself done.
Up. Dex. As a goober that's been playing these games for eons now, I say one of the biggest important things to remember to do in the games is to level up your weapons. Because weapon levels really boost their effectiveness. Much more than any stat scaling ever does. Some sort of claymore and he got owned. Lamau. I often forget how weak these guys actually are. They look imposing, but they don't really have much HP. They do heal themselves. Which is also another thing I forget they do. There's the basement key. And I got another random charge. Hello, soldier. Let's see what that looks like, I guess. No healing. Illegal. Mystery key. Which is how you're supposed to free Laurentius. But I guess Laurentius just didn't feel like appearing in today's episode. We've already been streaming for 2 hours? Gosh. Don't really have anything crazy going on today. I gotta take out the trash. That's about it. Anyway, you want to see some nifty things? I don't care what you are going to answer, though, by the way. I'm just going to show you. Don't get so close to the edge, man. You can trick him into the fire like that. And you can plunge and attack him if you don't miss. You can also poke him in the butt. The mo you know. So yeah, it's one of the few creatures with a special animation for plunging attacks. That's a spicy meatball! We'll kindle the one in Andre's place, though. Shoutouts to Andre the Giant. You see free souls. Now, in order to get in there without killing this guy, just wait here after he does that. takes a short bit, but he'll jump down. See? And now, run. You can also grab things along the way if you want. But it's better to just run because you can not only light this bonfire, and pull this lever. Now, I suppose you can get roasted as well. What? Why are you not flying away? Weakness, hope. Oh, I'm not allowed to, there he goes. Huh. I guess you need to have faith. Nice. I thought you could interact with that, just not join the Covenant, but no, you just plain can't interact with it if you don't have enough faith. How about that? Oh, Jesus in your life. More shards, and we will be golden for this tier. We honestly don't even need the... No. Sure. Snap it! Where's Solaire? Oh, what in the world is going on? This is interesting. I don't think I can enter from this side, can I? Nope. You gotta come in from the front. Not going insane, am I? Well, even more insane than I already am, at least. It's fun trying to decipher whether the sounds you hear are real or not. Oh, what the hey. Let's go kindle the fire. Huh? Kindle. Level up? No. Because we're nerds. What I think about you. Yeah. Alright, now let's go to the lower berg and free. What's his chips? Because, believe it or not, in this game, the Bellowing Dragon Crystal Ring and Lingering Dragon Crystal Rings both affect sorcery and pyromancy. What's my intelligence? 10. And he'll move to Firelink Shrine. I don't recall how much intelligence you need for him to want to do business with you. I believe for Logan you need 15 intelligence at least. And it's like either 11 or 12 for Jim Bob Thornton here. Just wondering where the other one went. It's like there's surprisingly few dogs. Bonk. Bonk. You know, I could rank one too. Try sleeping. There we go. To give you the impression that you should use something that can defy physics a little bit. Mail. I don't think there's anything else in these. But Mioskovich, why are you looting all this stuff if you don't plan on using any of it? Because I am a filthy loot goblin hoarder! So I don't remember exactly what everything is. There is a lot of items in this game. So many, in fact, I don't even speak English correctly. Yeah, let's do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Fucking dogs! They're the real boss fight. is rude and uncalled for. Oh hey, I got an extra humanity. Humanitary. We're like, poo-manity. Oh! Slurp. Sir, you do not honor the purple flurp. Good day to you. Huh? Alright. When in doubt, burn it out. This... I died because of the lock-on. To give you something you may not know, that thankfully is fixed in later Souls titles. In this game, when you are locked on, if you dodge roll, you are hard locked into 4 directions, basically. Either forward, backwards, or a curved side roll. You do not have the omnidirectional roll you do in the likes of like Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3. So whenever I seem to stupidly dodge roll like that, it's because I'm trying to dodge roll to the side, but I wasn't sideways enough to dodge to the side. Or it's making me dodge real funky to the side when I mean to dodge backwards or some such. Like, dodging works like this. That's the only dodges you can do in this game. Locked on, that is. When you are locked off, you of course have an omnidirectional dodge. That's what happened with that death there. I was trying to dodge to the side, but the game decided, nope, you're dodging backwards. And I'm like, but I'm dodging into the missile. And the game's like, not my business. Not my problem whatsoever there, Junior. Oh, get out of your houses. If I remember right, Dark Souls 2 still has this dodging system possibly made a little worse by the control scheme. I hear people talk about the control scheme quite a lot, but I don't remember having an issue like a lot of people seem to have had. I don't know if it's just because these are PC players, because I played on console, or what. Wimbly proc. Get wrecked, nerd. Oh yeah, we were going to go to the silent again, weren't we? Well, let's pick up the large ember and the Larry of the swamp. Yes, we can. Howdy, Trev. How you doing today? Sir. I don't think I can actually hit her from here. Wow. Lock on! Betrays me as much as it helps me in this game. Oh my goodness. Get out of the way. Thwarted by a table. You did some art, how about me? I am okay enough. I just felt like playing Dark Souls today, but apparently it's also the affiliate anniversary, so go me. Was it my 6th anniversary? I don't remember which year we got affiliate. I've been streaming for 11 years. Something like that, at least. What is my count age? Created March 6, 2014. Yeah, it's been a while. Slurp. I didn't realize these dogs respawned. I don't remember if there's like an item back there, but I just forgot. I'm going a little extra long today, just not out of any pre-planned celebration or anything, but more of just a little hurrah, I guess. But I will need to stop eventually, because I will need to eat. And I'll probably be continuing this file offline, but I don't think I can hit her. I just don't have the range. You did it. Good job. Oh my goodness. Wanna get murked again? Here's a wild question for chat. If you had the opportunity to become a mercenary, would you? Fair enough. First try. Now let's claim our booty. The Lorg Ember, which will allow us to digivolve our Gucci Katana into +6. Isn't there supposed to be a big lady? Yeah, right there. Lamau. Sec. Eminent line in ambush. Also right. Be wary of up. shall wear the sack. Fun fact. If you did not get the Demon Great Hammer from the demon at the beginning of the game, the Silent Demon, you can trade the sack to get one. So, you can get two in dual wield, even though dual wielding doesn't have a point in this game, sadly. The only games where dual wielding actually has use is Dark Souls 2 and Elden Ring. And they didn't have dual wielding in Dark Souls 3 for some reason. Outside of specific weapons that made it to where if you two-hand them, you're using two weapons at once. Some people think it's because they didn't have enough time to put in the whole dual-wielding system into Dark Souls 3. Like they were starting over from scratch. But still, you can at least look intimidating having two giant Great Hammers. Well, Demon Great Hammers. Specifically. Okay, we do have enough intelligence because it's 10. But yeah, these are the babies we desire. Mostly the bellowing one. Let's see, do we have enough loose souls to be able to get this? No. We'll see how close we are at least. Not that far away, honestly.
Yeah, I have mine. Oh yeah, I think you have a nap. I'll be pleased to part. Oh really?
Oh, this guy has weird dialogue choices. Combustion! Hell yes! And we can start leveling up our thingy.
Goodbye then. I'm back.
Anyway. We're going to be doing a little bit of grinding. We're mostly just going to go for that ring. Then afterwards we're going to set sail for adventure. And Kindle. Magic, combustion. Why is combustion so cool? Because it fires fast and it hits pretty decently. Wonder how much damage it does right now. Because our flame, of course, isn't leveled up yet. Now, unlike other weapons in this game, you don't need Titanite shards to level up your flame. And also, it has a much higher words, brain, please. It's a much higher cap on what level it can be. Being, I think, plus 20 overall. Technically, maybe 21 would be closer to an approximation of what it's like. But essentially, how it works is the base Pyromancy Flame goes up to plus 15, which is already a lot more. Everything else goes... actually, no, it isn't a lot more. Things do go up to plus 15 in this game, forgot. Though most things only go to plus 10. It's the base, standard form of weapons, uninfused, that go up to plus 15. I digress! Once it hits 15, you can then put in... You go to Quaylana, and she will be able to ascend it. And then it's still called Pyromancy Flame, but most people just call it the Ascended Pyromancy Flame to help distinguish it. And that goes up to +5 itself. When you ascend it, it just becomes the pyromancy flame. Its icon changes, so... No stones. Tragic. But I have got a humanity. It's a shame the humanity system never came back for later games. I found it neat. Because it allowed chaos weapons that scaled with how much humanity you have, up to 10. Which makes them a weapon type that was really good for people who are skilled at not dying. Because you lose humanity along with your souls when you die, if you didn't know. Some sweet and sour chicken would be so good right now. I will say, I am honestly a little sad to see the unscaling weapon types go in Elden Ring. Because those who don't know, in this game, well, basically the Dark Souls trilogy in general, some infusions on your weapons do not give scaling, like, off your stats. So they have a set amount of power that they could possibly have. And there's, in this game, fire, chaos, and lightning, and raw. Lightning... well, not lightning, chaos, as I've already mentioned, it will... scale up to 10 humanity. That's just its gimmick to differentiate it from fire, because it still does fire damage. Yes. Got a shard. But essentially, you know, it infuses it with the stated element. Fire and chaos give it fire damage, bolt gives it bolt damage, and raw just... it's the un-elemental, so if you are so inclined, you can use things like charcoal pine resin and whatnot in order to buff it further. And the advantage to those kinds of infusions is that they will require no stat investment by your part to use them effectively. So if you see a big bonking stick and you have just enough strength to wield it, but you don't want to put all your points into strength to make it a great weapon, you can just simply put raw on it, and it'll have a lot of power by itself. Of course, it is not anywhere near as much as a standard infusion, where you don't put anything onto it, it's just simply upgrading it. But it is good for people who want that option, which is part of the reason why I was sad to see it go in Elden Ring. Because one of the more interesting playstyles I feel is leveling up only like vigor and endurance, and then relying on raw or an equivalent to boost your stuff. Well, to be your weapon's power. It's also really good for something like a high-int mage build, where you can put on your weapons raw, and then use the magic weapon spells to put even more power onto it. Anywho,
The three young king. Oh no, what a terrible punishment. Oh, hello. Nice.
go so give.
Alright. May we meet?
Equipment. Let's go say hi to Laurentius. Yo! Upgrade me flame. Gives +5 magic chest.
Goodbye then.
If you find anything else, I'll have you killed. We should probably go take a pit stop at Andre's bonfire before we head over. Actually, no. We don't need to. We'll call the stream after we kill the stray demon. You'll see us tomorrow for more randomizer goodness. Hopefully the seed will not be horribly cursed and cause me to become physically ill for 3 days. I always underestimate those guys. And how heckin' annoying they are. There have been more seamless co-op mods being added to the Souls games in recent times, and I'm all for it. They're great ways to experience the games with your friends. Like the Elden Ring co-op mod being the one that really kicked it all off. It's really great because you can turn on invasions turn on and off invasions if you want. So you can connect to the server and you got all the peeps that can come and bonk you. Or you can bonk them if you want to be a little Weasley invader. Slurp. This guy is hyper allergic to bleed. Goody swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Piece of piss! Easy Titanite slab and a fat chunk of XPs. Very nice. So don't do a terrible lot of damage to these guys. Of course, I'm pretty sure they resist slash. Nothing in here. And I think I'm going to use these souls to power up my flame. As we need to dump a lot of souls in order to max out our flame. I believe the Wiki.dot states it's something like 51 levels worth? But it's also, like, ultra super duper overpowered. This magic in Dark Souls 1 is just generally overpowered. The boss fight has unique music. What? Yep, Saison! Oh yeah! No! You thought you defeated me, but no! I have Brondo! It's what undead crave! And remember, this is only a +1 Pyromancy Flame. And it's also worth noting that no other casting tool in this game specifically can be leveled. Leveling is unique to the Pyromancy Flame. Of course, in later games, all this insane stuff with the Pyroflame, of course, gets nerfed. In Dark Souls 2, it now scales with intelligence, and you need to find Pyromancy seeds in order to level it up. And in Dark Souls 3, it doesn't need seeds, but it does need shards to level up. But also, the Pyromancy stuff relies on both intelligence and faith. And honestly, I just find Dark Souls 3 to be the grindiest of the Souls games. Not just because of that with the Pyromancy Flame, but also, like, in general, like how they split endurance into 2 separate stats. So now, instead of getting equip load and stamina from 1 stat, endurance, you have to level up resistance, I think it was, something. I don't remember what it's called. Basically, there's Endurance 1 and Endurance 2, and it's annoying. And just a lot of things felt super grindy, and Pyromancy being split into 2 stats, it just did not really feel that great, because then I'm just spending 5 years trying to get the thing up. Though, that said, Pyromancy was actually pretty dope in that game. And then Pyromancy got merged with Miracles and Elden Ring. So now, they started off as being magic spells in Demon Souls, became their own class in Dark Souls, got nerfed, then got nerfed again, then just got merged with Faith. It's been an interesting journey for Pyromancy, that's safe to say. And +7.
Goodbye then.
Let's go torch a hollow. Let's see, equipment. What's this thing's magic chest at? 37. Which doesn't sound huge considering, like, the Sorcerer Catalyst's magic chest is 220. Let's see, am I reading that? 220? Might just be that way with intelligence. Oh, it's 109 right now. So I guess without getting 50 int. Boom. And boom. Thank y'all for coming out. Did I not learn the... Oh yeah, I didn't even bother to talk to him. Anyway. Thank you all for coming. I will see you tomorrow for Rando! Goodbye! Wait, why is Duolingo on my drops thing? Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subscriptions to Miscot's channel whether in any category. What? Three-month sub of Duolingo Premium for free. Isn't Duolingo fallen off because now they just use AI now instead of hiring actual people to teach the language? Anyways. Bye.